Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Gemini. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving, because every day to me is Thanksgiving. So God bless you and happy new moon. This is a new moon that is influencing actually your first house. So your identity is being researched. You're researching your identity. Why? Because the new moon is asking you, do you want the old or do you want the new? Out with the end or the new. And Sagittarius is a new moon. It is thoughts of writing, thoughts of community, thoughts of communion, thoughts of healing for family and friends where there may have been discord. There is your identity being brought in to say, who am I in these areas? Short distance travel, um, publishing. For some of you, it could be something you've not thought about as far as writing, but these are purpose filled areas that the third house as a Gemini has to bring. Your second house would be in Cancer, and Cancer would bring nurturing, motherly type of energy, depending on the planets that are there. So, if there's any planets that are like Saturn teaching you lessons in the home, then you're going to look at yourself in this season because your second house is where you make money, home, nurturing, professions that are about nurturing, and begin to seize the moment of humbling yourself, but also being um, open enough to speak your truth because your communication as a third house individual is a number one thing that you communicate effectively and you do not allow people to dictate, manipulate you nor yourself. So here is your first card, Gemini. Blessings, chaos. There's been chaos, Five of Wands, discord going on with you, around you, mentally, physically, or spiritually. But I would say wands are communication conflict. Um, if you're having a problem with communicating with someone, begin to meditate or consider it because it'll clear your mind. Sometimes we're walking around every day trying to sort out things within ourselves, and there's a higher power within us that says that I can help you if you let me in. So, wands usually are indicative of our words because we use our words to combat or we become silent. So, wordless or word form would be a focus to continue to help the chaos within and without to transform. Reading helps as well because it heightens our consciousness. Reading books that make us think, being around people that make us think positively. Thought groups are good because you're a thinker and you have that um, energy that goes up and down. You go into the heavens and into the earth when you become spiritually mature to bring information that is of authenticity for yourself and for the people. So here is your second card. Your communication is definitely a focus for you right now. You may feel like no one is hearing you or listening, and it could be that you need to affirm that I hear myself, therefore I am heard. Because this is a conflict that seems to be within the communication, which is your first house. You're a communicator. So, what are you communicating? Are you communicating where people actually believe that you're confident in yourself, or do people see you as non confident? Um, Gemini. These energies are threes. So there's conversation, I would say, that's been going on that has to do with gossip. The chaos started with gossip. Maybe you were brought into it and you are wanting to take yourself out. You can do that because the cards are saying that here. Because you have a page of wine of invention. So, yeah, you're turning it around, not just by me telling you that, but you're turning it around by your actions and learning whatever you've been a part of. Page of Wands is meaning that at this time you're standing in a position where you are creating something new and you're disassociating yourself from past inventions that didn't work. Invention means that you take inventory of yourself and then you begin to create from your wherewithal and know all. Okay? So let's look at yourself individually. Let's say that you are a community oriented person. You do well, possibly with groups, or you like being in groups. Maybe you have an experience that taught you that groups is not all that you want, even intimate relationships. It might be that you don't want it, but it might be that you want it. It's a conflict there, you see. How do you get it? You get it by finding out the healthy way for you communicatively. And that means that you take yourself and believe in yourself. You take your power within yourself and begin to exude it. If someone includes you in something that is not what you want to do, you say no. Learn to communicate yes and no for your own self. This is where self empowerment comes from and development of self comes from. I don't do things because people are going to like me. I only owe anything to life concerning my growth to God and me. I hope you understand. I don't owe anybody anything because I feel like there are some people that feel like they owe people something, or there's just this pleasing energy all around because people don't know what's happening in the world. You can do this. You need guidance and instruction. Here's one form of it. The next form is if you need self development, get a coach. I offer those services all the time, and I have other people that work with me as well. So let's just look at your communication. What's going to help your communication overall? And even if you've been feeling not so good, acceptance. And there is a herb called valerian. It's called Erian. You are in a place of accepting yourself. It looks like Neptune's energy has been influencing your first house. And I know that that's true because it's been influencing through the charts when I do my moon theory classes. And everyone that's been influenced by the Neptune square to this third house energy, which is Aries retrograde in Gemini, they're having challenges, but the challenges make us grow. That's why it's a square. You know, I've taught in the past, you can either be a square or L7. So if I disconnect the square, then energy for positive can come in, which means that the square is just simply saying, I'm pressuring you to release yourself from who you used to be or what you used to do and how you used to do it so that you can come in. So the square breaks down. You know, Neptune has been breaking down energy that you are using that's not profitable, and it is allowing you to go free. You're rising as you accept yourself. And so that is going to be the word for today. Your communication has been a big part of the interest of issues that you've had. I would say even up to 6 to 7 months ago, because here it's 5, 8 months even. And that's a lesson that you are looking at if you haven't figured it out yet. And you accepting yourself will take you out of communication issues. Of course, you accept that you have to change your communication styles if they're not profitable, or if you're not coming into relationships with people that can help you on your path of purpose, right? The key is not staying in comfortable situations with people that may have caused you problems, or you're a part of problem situations. We always take problems and we want to solve them. We don't want a problem to continue, because people are born with problems and then they become 30 years old with the same problem. There's no growth. You want to grow. And that's an example. I see your potential here, and your potential is only adding acceptance for yourself. It's a heart energy. So Neptune is here, I believe, helping you in a hard time to become the greatest individual that you can. And that will be something that you will have to receive. Gemini, that's your energy. It can go back and forth because it's an air sign, being confused. Neptune can cause confusion as well. But acceptance, when I write it down, it tells me that it's going to be this way, no other way. I'm not doing things the way I did in the past. I've learned the pain that I've suffered and even pain that I caused others. So you guys be blessed during these holidays and have a wonderful day. Share, subscribe, and thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.